If you guys are ready, I can do the countdown.
Yep, same here.
Alright.
Yep, same here.
Alright, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Or pendant on Hera, wasn't it? I had to take a look at it. But anyways, they're both red blue pendants. Ooh. Got a power glove on the uncle.
Oh, Power Glove is nice. Opens up the world a little bit for them.
Yeah, and that's branded rupees. Cool. Ooh. So Shen's gonna be going for the church. 10 arrows, not really worth much.
Oh no, that's not good.
It's not good at all. Alright, well. Aaron Chan's just gonna keep going. I guess he's gonna be checking the tree cave.
A lumberjack cave.
Lumberjack cave. Let's see if ag is required. Sometimes moon pearls on there, and then it's annoying, but doesn't seem like it's important.
No, just arrows today.
Yeah. What does the forest have in store for us today? And ooh, blue mail, very nice. Not required for anything, but just good to have, especially for Dark World.
Chat's saying you may want to boost your audio a little bit, by the
Yeah.
way. Oh, bow.
We got the bow. Very nice. Having the bow, blue mail, and power glove early on is very nice. Still no sword, but it's still
Oh, hey.
something to set up.
We may have Retro back. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. A ripoff
Yay,
from Bottle
they
Vendor.
exist.
Oh, here it is. Seems like M-Chan's gonna be going into Blind House or whatever without the bombs. Usually, ooh, and then there's bombs. Usually a good play sometimes. Take that risk.
Well, it's convenient. Getting the bombs there.
Nothing really of worth in the main chest aside from getting some bombs to get through the rest of Kakariko.
Yeah, just more bombs.
Yeah, I mean, bombs are bombs, so that's good.
Yeah, and there are some places in Kakariko where you need bombs, so it's not the worst thing in the world to get them straight away.
Yeah. I know just to get through Kakariko in general, you need 3 bombs, so just getting a pack of 3 early on is very nice.
So let's see what is in the well.
Seems like Kakariko's got nothing so far. Just a lot of heart pieces. Ooh, the hammer.
That's not nothing.
Yeah. I was expecting something because those 3 chests there typically have an item, my experience, but sometimes you just get gypped and there's nothing in there.
Yeah, well, having the hammer and the bow right off is hammer, bow, and glove.
Yeah.
All very nice to be able to get around.
Yeah, as soon as Mchang gets Moon Pearl, that's basically Dark World access right there. Which is very nice. Usually it's the beginning of the seeds that make it a little difficult to traverse, and sometimes you don't have very many options. But it's good to know that this is a pretty open seed so far.
Well, it's convenient then that they're playing open, as
Yeah.
opposed to standard.
It's hard to tell what Retro's got at the moment, but I presume getting the Retro got the Power Gloves. Ooh, silvers.
Yeah, that is something you will... No? Yeah,
Oh,
for a second I thought MGen was going to...
yeah,
I guess he is saving and quitting out.
yeah, he was considering it. I personally wouldn't skip silvers.
Yeah, I would
especially
just
if
go
it's
and...
that easy.
Yeah, the race game doesn't take that long. I would just go and get them, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's also like, if he's planning to use bombs for Moldorm Cave, he may want to save them.
Maybe. I guess now that he knows that they're there, if he ever wants to pick them up again.
Yeah, I mean, if he ever goes to digging game, he can always mirror out and then just go do the little dash mini game there.
That's true.
So he may consider it at some point when he's going to digging game. I think at the moment it would be a good play to get it if he wants it, but he could definitely get it later. Because I don't think we mentioned it, but M-Chain got some red goo in a bottle inside the little water gate that normally would help you get into swamp. Very nice. That'll allow access to Sick Kid.
Maybe give MChan more of a reason to go back and do the minigame.
Yeah. So many different options. Ooh, having a bit of trouble with the hammer.
Yeah, the hammer is a powerful weapon and all. I think it does tempered sword damage, but
Yeah,
its
tempered,
hitbox can be a little tricky.
Yeah. Also, these mini Moldorms hitboxes can be tricky as well. No matter what game you're playing, these guys are annoying. Ooh, another 300 rupees. That should be good. He should be good on... Yep, he should be good on rupees for the rest of the seed at this point.
Oh, and it looks like Retro is checking out the back of Escape. So he definitely picked up the gloves then, because he
Yeah.
was able to push that gravestone away.
Very nice.
It's like he got the fire rod there.
Ooh, definitely a good play to come back to. Escape 4. I don't know where he's been, but we're just gonna start marking out stuff just to make sure. Okay, so ooh, I'm chanting really close to dying here. These crabs, they do one full heart, or not, yeah, one full heart of damage on blue mail, and they do 2 full hearts of damage on green mail, and they can just be really dangerous. So when you have red mail, you don't have to worry about them.
So it looks like Retro is climbing up to Death Mountain blind here because he doesn't have the lantern.
Yeah, though it is out of logic, it can still be a good play to have a save and quit set up there with the old man, and can save you a lot of time later. for when you do eventually get Lamp.
Yeah, and since he also has Fire Rod, he could go up to Tower of Hera. That's not locked to him.
Oh yeah.
Looks like
And
M-Chan is
M-Chan
doing
gets-
some of his flipper checks.
Yep, fake flippers, very nice. Considering maybe doing the going to the fairy fountain. It's a little weird getting the fairy fountain there, but it'd be way out of luck. Same as this year, but it's just very nice to check.
Well, it seems like Retro is saving Quitting Owl.
Yeah,
So
good to
there
have
was
that mountain. Ooh, and powder on the homeless man. Just kind of chilling there.
You really
Good
have
item
to
to
wonder
have.
what is in that powder if a homeless man is giving it to you.
Yeah. I mean, he does give you a bottle in the original game, so maybe it's the remains of what was in his old bottle.
Maybe.
It seems like Retro is going into a Houlihan room.
Which is probably smart because he was a little bit short on the number of rupees he needs for
Yeah.
various things like Zora and such.
Yeah, but he'll definitely find out in Mini Moldorm Cave that there's a lot more rupees than needed for the steed.
Yeah, so M-Chan went to the back of his escape there, got his fire rod.
Very nice. Yeah, that's actually really good because sometimes just not knowing where the fire rod is can be annoying. Of course, we don't know if Turtle Rock is required or not, which would require both ice and fire rod. I'm trying checking Sick Kid here. See what's on Sick Kid. Ooh, the flippers.
Well, that's convenient. Now he doesn't have to fake
Yeah.
flipper anymore.
Yeah, and it also makes getting not only the fairy fountain easy to get, but also it makes just kind of getting around a lot easier, and it means that he can technically get to Ice Palace whenever he gets the gauntlets.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if M-Chan just goes straight up to Zora in that waterfall cave.
Yeah, it's
3
definitely a
checks,
good
he has the
play.
money. Why not?
Yeah, has money, a lot of checks there. It's worth it.
I guess 4 checks. Because 2 in the waterfall
Yeah.
cave, 1 on Zora, and then 1 on the ledge.
Yeah.
Oh, and Retro checking Agina Cave.
Ooh, and getting
Or
Quake.
Squiggly.
It's good to have those medallions. Also, just checking Agina Cave this early on is... It's one of those checks where it's like, sometimes you forget to check it because it's so far off early on. You just kind of don't really go to it. Especially if you don't have boots, it's definitely risky. And speaking of not having boots, getting through the... Ooh, and having Moon Pearl on the ledge there. It's going to give access to the Dark World. But yeah, getting through this Zora's domain here is super grueling when you don't have boots. Because
Yeah,
the water
thankfully-
slows you down.
Having flippers makes it a little bit nicer, but
Yeah. Still no sword, unfortunately. And the biggest ripoff of all time, losing 100 times what you gave.
well, that's economics for you, I guess.
Yeah, but there's M-Chan's Dark World access right there. That's
Yeah,
what's
so
nice about having Hammer.
Unfortunately, that that ledge there, you really need the flippers in order to get up there. So Retro's going to need to find those flippers quickly and get over to that area.
Yeah. Seems like Imchen's gonna be gunning it for that dark world. A lot of checks there. And that's what's nice about having the hammer, is that you basically have dark world access anywhere that doesn't require the gauntlets, which I believe is only Kakariko. So definitely in a good place right now.
Yeah, so it looks like he's headed towards the Skullwoods Village of Outcasts portal there.
Yeah, a lot of good checks there. Can dip into Thieves Town. See what checks are there.
I guess he can full clear Skullwoods too, because he has the fire rod.
Yeah. Oh, we got a map check, and Turtle Rock is required.
Yeah, it looks like Green Pendant was Pod.
Yeah. Seems like this is a pretty loaded Dark World. Pretty long dungeons. On top of them all requiring specific items.
Yeah, so I saw Green Pendant Pod. Did you see what the other two pendants were?
Other pendants, I believe it's Eastern and Hera, but I could be wrong. I'd have to see the map again on in the Hyrule area. What about crystals 5 and 7? I wasn't able to catch those. I think Turtle Rock was one, but we'd have to check again.
That's the thing with these map checks, they go by so quickly.
Yeah. Still very... This is going to be a long-ish seed depending on where the items are.
Ooh, Retro picking up the flute in the back of Sasha's house.
Yep. Ooh, hookshot in the bomb wall house in the Village of Outcasts.
And between the two of them, they're picking up some pretty important items pretty quickly.
Yeah. Seems like they both have... So what? M-Chan has the hookshot. Retro has both Quake and the flute, which is going to help with overworld travel. So technically they both have what they need to get into the right side of Death Mountain. And it seems like my theory of him just kind of using Mirror to get the silvers when checking the game is out the window.
Looks like M-Chan is checking Stumpy.
What's he got? Bombs. What was an old... Well, a youthful flute player got to do with bombs.
Hey, if I know anything from Link's Awakening is that you can play the ocarina using bombs.
Oh, yes. And I know if you play Majora's Mask or OT, you can play the ocarina with anything. And that looks
Link is
weird
just very
sometimes.
talented. Right, M-Chan checking potentially Hype Cave.
Ooh, lamp. That just
That's
means
nice.
that Death Mountain is... Oh wow, that's a lot of arrows.
Just need to be prepared, I guess.
Yeah, it seems like Death Mountain is pretty loaded with, like, a lot of... It seems like signs are pointing at going to Death Mountain with both the flute in Sahasrah's hut and the lantern in Hype Cave?
Yeah, Lantern was in Hype that M-Chan just
Yeah.
picked up. So I guess both of the runners have logical access to Death Mountain in two different ways. Retro with the flute and M-Chan with the lantern or the lamp.
Yeah, and it seems like he will be picking up his flute coming up in a sec.
Yeah, so they're sort of crossing paths here. M-Chan's going to pick up his flute, and well, I guess I don't know. Did Retro pick up his flippers? He must have, because he's
Yeah, he
swimming.
must have. Yeah.
So he'll pick up his Moon Pearl.
Yeah. I wonder how. Would you consider that Hype Cave hype with having just the lamp?
I don't know. I mean, lamp is nice, don't get me wrong, but they already had fire rod, so they already had
A light source.
Yeah, they already had fire access, and
Flute basically.
as we saw from Retro, he at least can do some dark rooms, so it's nice to have, though.
Alright, and M-Chan dipping into Eastern. He does have the lamp, meaning that he can get through everything.
Yeah, lamp
There's
and the
a
bow.
So just getting through Eastern is nice. Even if it's a pendant, it's still nice. And also M-Chan can do a bit of a quick check here on the right side of Eastern. Instead of going up, or he's just going to go up. Okay. There's a little trick you can do where you can just hook shot to the chest there and you don't have to go through this room at all. Saves a bit of time.
In chat, yes, they are both using the same seed, because it wouldn't really be an even race necessarily if they were using different seeds.
I would lose my mind juggling what's going on if they were using different seeds.
Yeah, so while M-Chan is in Eastern, it looks like Retro went to Hyrule Castle, get the last couple of chests in there. So he has to be careful.
And it just
seems low health.
Seems to just be a key there, since it makes sense, because on all the other chests in Hyrule Castle, there was only a key. Like, it was likely that would be the key that leads up to the back half. And now Richard's going to be heading down to the jail.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what was there on M-Chan's hint. It was something, and map is fire locked in Mystery Mire or something.
Yeah, compass and map are locked by fire.
Well, I guess that means they don't have to do that cutscene chest or whatever.
Yeah, very nice. Good to know. Though you do miss a little bit of that swag by shooting fire through the blocks.
I'd rather have the swag of being able to go fast.
Alright, M-Chan gonna check the big chest and then head over to the Armos.
Only M-Chan picked up the silvers. He could have killed the Armos super quickly. Or maybe he's leaving.
I'm guessing.
Looks like.
Oh yeah, because map is on Armos and it's a pendant, so.
Yeah, and it's not even green pendant, because we know green pendant is pod. So I guess that's not unreasonable to dip out there.
Yeah, if there's a ped seed though. And
we would all love it to be a ped seed, but
everyone loves a good ped seed here and there. M-Chan gonna activate his flute.
It looks like Retro is going to be heading to the Dark World now. Probably
Yeah.
check some of the things that M-Chan checked.
Yeah, and pick up the lamp from Hype Cave. Well, questionable Hype Cave.
Maybe it's like
Air-
a 3 out of 10 hype cave. Oh, so
Arrow Cave.
one of those 5-6 crystals was a swamp. Didn't see the second one.
Yeah. Alright, seems like M-Chan's gonna be picking up the old man, which we know is not really gonna have much of note. But
Besides
still,
a warp point. Though I guess since he has flute now, it's not as important.
yeah, but it's a good save and quit spot, you know, as you said. I mean, it's good if, like, you want to save and quit out of somewhere, then you can just kind of go straight to the mountain and not have to worry about it. Because taking the time to save and quit, then use the flute just to get to Death Mountain is a little annoying, but... Ooh, and M-Chan getting
dead
blocked
rocked.
by the dead rock.
The evil,
Buffering.
terrible dead rocks.
Buffering to get away from these boulders that are completely RNG, by the way.
All that for some rupees. And dies before he can get the old man to heal him.
But it's fine. Accidentally not going to Death Mountain there. Now he can actually check the rest of Death Mountain now and get all the way to Hera because he has both hammer and hook shot.
Looks like we have digging game on Retro's side. But just some
another 20
rupees.
rupees.
At least it was a quick dig.
Yeah.
I
think
forget
Mikawa
the
was on Twixt on a rock.
maximum number of digs that you can potentially get.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I want to say it's 20, but it could be more than 20. Random Chen's gonna be heading to East Death Mountain, and this side has a bunch of checks. Which is gonna be very nice. Of course, getting around without a sword is a bit tough. I'm wondering if he's gonna go for the bomb jump.
He may. Without a sword, the setup can be a little bit tricky.
Oh yeah. Seems like he's not going for the bomb jump.
Oh, and it looks like Retro's about to check Pyramid.
Yeah, let's see what's on Pyramid. Also, M-Chain got the mushroom.
Fetch quest. Oh,
Nothing
nothing good on
of note.
Pyramid.
Alright, let's see what this cave has in store for us. A lot of rupees so far.
Come on, give us something exciting.
Ether. All red rupees, except for the ether.
Well, I guess M-Chan doesn't have to worry about money, even though I think the only thing he needs to spend money on is, I guess the monkey to get into pod if he wants to do that.
But even then, we don't even know if it's needed. Unless Hashula has something very nice, which is sometimes the case. What's nice about mini boulder arms is they can just be killed by the hook shot.
Well, Catfish had nothing on it today.
Unfortunate.
Just some bombs. I think those 10 bombs, though, that it had, those are like the starting 10 bombs that you can get as a weapon or something. They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
special to the randomizer.
Alright, and M-Chan's gonna be dipping into Tower of Hera. Some nice and quick checks here. Ooh, and it looks like we're gonna be having a coffee break.
Exciting. I'm sure M-Chan is thrilled. Who doesn't like standing around?
Oh boy. Though there is a chance that he gets big chests in here. Fire rod in the sewers. Well, we already know that. Yep, and coffee break. Isn't it just wonderful knowing that you have to sit in a room for a long time?
Just lovely.
I mean, you don't have to drink coffee. You could drink tea or water.
Or a red potion.
Any. Ah, yes. Though I think that pauses the screen, so you may be losing time there, but still works.
Oh, it looks like Retro's heading to Pod.
An interesting play. It is technically clearable.
Yeah,
With
he
the
has
right
bow, he
setup.
has hammer. He has
Yeah.
fire, which I guess you don't need fire, but it's useful to have.
Helma's gonna be a little weird, but
Oh yeah, and with no sword, but
yeah, to kind of keep you oriented forward, but you can still do it.
yeah, even though Pod is just a pendant, that the fact that it's a green pendant might be enticing, and also the fact that Pod just has a lot of chests in it.
Yeah, a lot of checks there. And M-Chan's going back? Oh, to change the switch. Yeah, it's annoying not having mirror in Hera because the switch orientation can be really weird sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like Hera and Pod are the two dungeons where having mirrors just really nice.
Yeah. Like when you see like full runs of the game, like you see the mirror abused all over the place. In both, well, not in Hera, but specifically in Pod, like you will continually see after one task is done, they mirror. And we got a joke hint on Retro's side. Hopefully we get a real hint on M-Chan's side. Quake is with the Hermit. Good to know. Despite the fact that they both have... Well, they don't both have Quake, but... Retro has Quake. And more rubies.
Because M-Chan just really needs those rupees.
Yes. Seems like M-Chan is... doing something.
I guess M-Chan wants to leave, but doesn't have the mirror and doesn't want to save and quit out? Maybe?
Oh, I think he wants to get the chest in on East Death Mountain when you I think it is Spiral Cave, yeah. You have to go he's going through Spiral Cave to get that one check there.
I see.
Maybe not worth it, but at the same time, I think he's committed to it. I think it may have been faster to save and quit, but and then climb back up, but who knows?
Who knows? This is what M-Chan is doing.
And oh boy, Pod, aka Keys Land.
Yeah, I think Retro is just about done with getting the million keys, but that's kind of the nature of Pod. You get a whole bunch of keys at the beginning and in the front, and then you start getting the good stuff.
Yeah, just get a bunch of keys, have those keys for a little while. Sometimes keys lead to other keys. Then you get a big key. such as Pod, and taking a death there to get back to the start of Pod quickly. Seems like M-Chan's going to be taking care of the rest of Hyrule Castle since he has both Lamp and... Well, he has Lamp and Fire Rod that he doesn't really technically need, but he has Lamp. So he can kind of go through there, but he'll find there's nothing really of note here. Unfortunately. Seems like Pod is proving empty.
If Retro can manage to get through it. Oh, not quite empty. A nice sword.
Ooh, sword. That's the first sword. How many minutes in? 35 minutes in. And the first one's in Pod.
Which is a pendant. Yeah. Not being very generous with their swords today.
Yeah. Seems like M-Chan may dip into Thieves. Maybe.
Maybe Skullwoods.
Yeah, maybe Skull. A lot of locations. Though, if I will say this though, never doubt Skullwoods. Because what you may think is unnecessary checks actually may be really fast. Like, they're very fast checks, and they may have exactly what you need. I actually remember having a seed where the bow was on the big chest in Skull Woods, and it was a red pendant, and I just ignored it until the very end when I needed the bow. And I was heartbroken.
And it will stick with you forever. And it looks like M-Chan is in fact going to Thieves Town.
Yeah, very easy play. It's a crystal, so good to know. Good to see what's here. More red rupees.
Yeah,
Lot
I'm
of
sure
rupees
M-Chan
I
is just
see.
loving that cash.
Big key early here. Rupors.
Loopholes.
What was the game that originated the Rupor? Was it Wind Waker?
I don't know. I
I
feel
know
like they were earlier than that, but
I
may
know
be
they were
mistaken.
very prevalent in Phantom Hourglass. But I don't remember when they originated. I don't think they're an OOT.
So the pendants, they have two uses. The first use is that green pendant is a check because in the vanilla game, you turn in green pendant to Sahasrara to get an item. I think the boots in
Yeah,
vanilla.
the boots, which are required to get the Book of Medora to then get to Desert Palace.
Mm-hmm. So there's that, and also if the pedestal happens to have an item, then you need all three pendants in order to pull the Master Sword, which is really pulling some item. And and if an important item happens to be on the pedestal, those are known as pedestal seeds, which everyone loves, unless you're a runner and then you hate them.
The holy grail of watching Rando, not playing it. Seems like
pet seeds are what you want other people to get, so that you can watch them and be like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, and it seems like aside from Sword, Pod has not really much. But Richard just kind of finishing it up just to get that Bloomerang. Ah, yes.
That is true. Oh,
a very nice
Titan's
item.
Mitts. Titan's Mitts in Thieves Town. That's extremely important.
Yeah, not only is that important, but it's also just makes getting into the Dark World via Kakariko so much quicker. And we'll see
half
what
magic
fun-
on Helmasaur, which is
ooh.
nice.
Yeah, that's very nice, especially considering the fact that they will have to fight Cold Stare. And sometimes, if you just barely don't have enough magic and you don't have Bombos, you can't beat Cold Stare. And that's no fun. But we're gonna see what is on Green Pendant or on Sahasrahla soon enough. Lemchan checks out the basement of Thieves Town. Low on health here. Could pick
You
up
can always
the,
use that red potion. If he
yeah.
remembers he has it, I guess he didn't.
I mean, it's ooh. Gonna have to go all the way to the all the way back there. There's also a bunny beam under one of the skull rocks that you can pick up. And then he has powder, so you could powder that.
And just arrows from Sasha. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
I mean, the dip in general was worth it for having a sword, which will make just other parts of the game easier.
Yeah, plus to defeat Ganon, you need at least Master Sword. And with the number of swords that we've seen so far, Todd may have been a good bet just for that.
Yeah, and it's very nice if you get level 4 sword, because you can just like cut through Ganon like the butter that the sword is made out of.
Yeah, I guess also if they don't manage on finding a lot of swords this run, getting those silvers in the race game might prove very important. Because Master Sword Ganon with no silvers is awful.
How many spin slashes does it require?
Too many. It's like at least in the 20s, I think.
Yeah, and getting that many in a row is unreasonable. And I'm impressed by any low percent runner who can withstand doing that.
I remember there was one race I saw where these people, both of them only had Master Sword and no silvers, and they actually played up to the Ganon fight, because in the Ganon fight he tells you where silvers are generally, and he left Ganon to go get silvers and came back. And he still won.
Oh, interesting. And also we have a confirmation it's 24, twice as many.
Ugh, that's just terrible.
Yeah. You should never have to do that many times, considering... I mean, if you have the timing down, it's not too bad, but it's just annoying to do in general. Getting those spin slashes, because technically you're not supposed to hit him without silvers, but his hitbox exists for a little bit when he's moving, like after he shoots the fire dat, and before he moves away.
Well,
And
Blind giving his pun of the day. I hate insect puns. They really bug me.
That's a good one. No scripted blind fight because, of course, the hammer makes it a little difficult to make that timing.
It looks like
mail
people
makes it a lot
do.
easy.
So I guess that's our first crystal. About, what, 40-something minutes in? 43 minutes in?
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of prep, because we actually have quite a few items to work with here to get around the world, though we're still missing that mirror, which is required for Swamp Palace. Seems like Emchan's going to be picking up the dwarf here for the blacksmith check.
Yeah, but without mirror, he has to take him kind of on a world tour. See the sights.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's going to check the hammer.
Hammer pegs. Yeah.
Oh boy, pegs without boots. There's a lot of things without boots that just take forever. There's a reason why the game gives you boots after Dungeon 1.
Just some bombs.
Oh boy, all that time for nothing. And Retro finally going to be dipping into the village of outcasts. Nice that M-Chan has the flute here, so he doesn't have to worry about walking all the way from Sanctuary to Kakariko. And I'm pretty sure he has more than 1 rupee, so he should be fine.
Hopefully, with all the rupees he's been picking up.
Yeah.
And more rupees. Yay.
Hey, I mean, a 299 rupee gain from that. And it looks like Retro is just going to be dipping straight into Skull Woods.
Well, M-Chan checks out the bat. Give us some more money.
Oh boy, this seed loves the money. I believe the last time that exact bat appears is in Link's Awakening.
I know for sure he is in Link's Awakening because he gives you bombs and arrows and magic powder upgrades. But I guess that might be the last time. I don't remember him in other games.
Yeah, because the only other bat type character is Batro in Skyward Sword, and I don't think that's the same guy. He may be in A Link Between Worlds, I don't remember.
Yeah, Link Between Worlds is one of the few Zelda games that I never beat, that I owned. I have it. I played some of it and then never picked it up again for whatever reason.
Yeah, I personally really like Link Between Worlds. LADXDX. Excuse me, it is LAS. That's what the speedrunners are calling it.
Well, except for that one point when it actually on the Discord was LADXDX.
Ah, yes, when Spearster was losing his mind.
When the icon was Link's face in blue.
Oh boy.
You can have
Well, I mean-
speedrunners of a game that hasn't been released because the Link's Awakening community, the people who run the original Link's Awakening and the Game Boy Color Link's Awakening, have taken over the Switch remake, because it'll probably be somewhat similar.
Yeah, it seems like M-Chan's gonna be taking some Dark World Death Mountain checks here now that he's got the gauntlets. Gonna be doing some cool hookshot tech here.
Yeah, it's
Just
so nice
kinda-
that the hook shot just lets you go through blocks.
It's just interesting in general that blocks just cease to have a hitbox while you're pushing them.
Let's see, Super Bunny Cave, a bottle, and more money. So, not super exciting.
I don't know, that singular rupee is very, very nice.
Yeah, to
Since the odds
go
of
with
getting
his
that are
other 1,190 rupees.
And time to check Hookshot Cave. See what's in store here.
Unfortunately, we're doing this the normal way. Not going to see any hovering. Though I don't know if M-Chan knows how to hover.
And more 300 rupees. More rupees. How wonderful.
We just love those rupees. And love.
Oh boy. Seems like a lot of heart pieces and a lot of rupees this seed. And each of them have only completed one dungeon. And let's see what the Turtle Rock medallion is. It is Quake. So I don't think, well, actually Mchan knows where Quake is, and that's in Aguna Cave. So we can just kind of go there anytime. Yeah, you can also check Meyer, but it seems like that wouldn't be the right play at the moment. Unless he is checking my, oh, he is checking Meyer's shed, and possibly Meyer if he has the required medallion. But of course he's gonna pick up his Quake so that he knows he can get into Turtle Rock.
Looks like Retro took down his moth pretty easily.
Yeah, fighting Mothula with Fighter Sword, not fun. But having that half magic is definitely nice.
Yeah, fighting Mothula with half magic and fire rod though, a little nicer.
Though, at least he has blue mail and not green mail, Fighter Sword, and your bow is on Mothula. Don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, so I guess that was Retro's first crystal there.
Indeed. Now I'm going to be checking the Meyer area. See what Meyer has in store for us. What medallion it has, what the shed has.
Didn't quite see.
I think based on the edge, it's ether. More rupees. 10 arrows.
Well, if it is ether, then they don't need to worry about. Yep.
Yeah, I caught a glimpse of the edge of it, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be ether.
Sometimes that's all you have to go on.
I wonder what the next play for Mchan is going to be. Likely Skull Woods. Wait, when did Mchan get shield? Actually, that's a good point.
Apparently he got it right there. Retro literally just picked it up.
It was in Sea House, okay. Apparently we missed that somewhere. I mean, the shield's so unimportant.
More important is the hook shot. So Retro just picked his hook shot up.
And that's going to possibly send him to Dark World, not Dark World, Death Mountain, just normal Death Mountain. Where it was Ether. Well, I know Mchan has it, but...
I think Retro has it too. But I don't 100% remember where.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly where Ether was, but it's there, I guess. And it seems like Richard's going to be dipping into Thieves.
Which is good because this will get him his Titan's mitts.
Yeah, and that will actually, in terms of crystals, put him ahead of Mchan. And oh boy, Red Meringue.
Oh yes, the laggy boomerang. Truly, we love it.
It's nice in some situations, but in some situations the boomerang is just nice, even if it is short distance.
I love that Retro's bunny sprite is a mushroom. Very nice.
And only showing the two... the walking sprite is just two different sprites going back and forth. Very apparent there.
I think Red Meringue you get through a fairy. Like you throw the boomerang in one of the fairy fountains.
Yeah, you throw the blue boomerang into the fairy fountain nearby Zora, or if you don't get the boomerang at all, you get it where You got the hook shot in this seed in that house. I'm gonna be checking pyramid before possibly heading to pod, just to see what's there and possibly get his first sword. Which we still haven't seen another sword yet.
Yeah. So I guess while our runners sort of check out places that the others already done, what else do we need for go mode? We definitely need another sword.
Yeah, another sword is in the cards. We need Ice Rod, and we need the King
Mirror.
of Samaria, and of course Mirror. And we could also, we may also need Book, depending on how late we get Mirror.
That is true. Because you need something to get into desert, which is either, I guess, book or flute plus Titan's mitts plus mirror.
Though definitely getting into from the back half of desert is nice, since you can just kind of go in wherever you want.
And I guess that also means that there's a possibility boots are required if desert happens to be boots locked, but we won't know till we get there. Or if Ganon is boots locked.
Oh yeah, that is a good point. Seems like at this point, Chan will be checking pod based on his warp location. It's not very many places to go at the moment that are at least safe.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. You could either go pod or you could, I guess, do Mystery Mire. Oh, M-Chan taking a death there.
Yeah. I think the play would be to dip Mire, since you can get most of the checks there, but you can't fight Vitreous without the King of Samaria. Though dipping Mire is pretty time consuming, it seems like that would be a good play considering how many items are there, but Chan is definitely checking pod since that is the safer play. So whenever they get those boots, it'll be nice just seeing them dash across the screen.
Yeah, we're almost an hour in, no boots. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if after Thieves Town, Retro went to Mire.
Yeah.
We have to be optimistic. It's our duty as commentators. We optimistically hope for trolley seeds and pedestal checks.
You know, I wonder, what if... Okay, this is dumb, but what if Big Key's on torching Ganon's tower, and the boots are on the last possible chest after Armos?
That's mean? That is very mean. I thought you were going to say, imagine that boots are on pedestal.
Oh, boots on pedestal. Ooh, and then have torch have the big key. That's even better. I like it. Also, at some point, Retro got Cane of Berna, presumably in Skullwoods.
Yeah, that must have been Skullwoods.
That also means that he can make a quick check in Dark World Death Mountain, if he so pleases, and Spike Cave. Well, I mean, you technically can. Right now, it's just he doesn't have the hearts for it. And with half magic, that's pretty easy.
Yeah. That might not be the worst play for him because I don't think he has gone and done the like hookshot cave, Super Bunny cave checks. I think only M-Chan has done those. So
Yeah, he hasn't done any of Eastern Death Mountain. I mean, he's missing. Oh yeah, that's where Ether was. It was in that cave. Because I remember all the red rupees.
oh right, all the red rupees except one medallion. Yeah, so that might be a good destination for Retro because after that, then he can go to Meyer.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's the next play he's going to make after he drops off the blacksmith. So after blacksmith and purple chest, after kind of basically following in M-Chan's footsteps, he's probably gonna head to Eastern Death Mountain, stuff like that, and then go to Meyer. And they may actually meet up at Meyer depending on how long this whole side questing takes. While M-Chan just kind of explores Pod and gets his fighter sword.
Yeah, because I'm trying to even think, other than Meyer, once you do the Dark Death Mountain checks, there's not much else you can really check. You can't do Swamp because no mirror. You can't do Desert because you can't get into Desert. We've done pretty much all the overworld checks you can do at this point.
You could dip into Ice Palace, but I feel like it's picking your poison at that point, whether you go into Ice Palace or Meyer.
Right.
M-Chan still doesn't have half magic, so I feel like that play at the moment seems a little weird since, like, he may not feel comfortable with not having that much magic.
Right, for him that would be painful because no bombos, so he would have to do that fight, use up all of his magic with fire rods strikes to get Cold Stare moving around, and then face him off with Fighter Sword. It's not exactly the best time.
Yeah, Fighter Sword, not good. He could do Hammer Strats, but even then, that's risky.
Oh, and it looks like Retro is going to pick up his Hilvers now.
Yeah, I personally feel like that's a good play, considering that we only have Fighter Sword right now.
Yeah, I feel like you have to pick them up eventually with the way the swords have been doled out. Though, who knows, maybe we'll get 1,000,000 swords soon, and by 1,000,000 I mean 3, because there's only 4 swords.
Yeah. I'm guessing he's just preparing for the worst, where he does get Master Sword and has to sit there and Spin Splash Ganon instead of dashing into him.
And also, to be fair, it does make some of the boss fights quicker.
Yeah. You can two-shot Vitreous, which is nice, instead of shooting a ton of arrows.
You can dash into Ganon if you have the boots.
Just wanted to jump in and say thank you very much, Master of Pants, for the $20 donation.
Master of Pants and Master of Red Rupees. Thank you very much.
Yes, thanks for the donation to this amazing cause. Seems like M-Chan right now is thinking about what he wants to do. I think he's
Maybe going to
thinking
Skull.
Yeah.
Skull Woods. He hasn't checked that yet. And between Skull Woods, which M-Chan can clear out, and Mystery Mire, which M-Chan wouldn't be able to clear out, might as well do this choice.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy crystal to get at this point.
And there's
Oh, and
Caesar.
getting the soldier in the grass. Very annoying. Retro going for the bomb jump. Seeing if he can spare some time, and very nice. The seed is playing out in a very interesting way. Seeing as they'll either have to blindly just go into Ice Palace or Mire and hope that there's something useful in either of them, because they're both very risky plays. Just because they're both very long and double dipping is annoying, to say the least, since you have to do basically the entire beginning again. Or in the case
Ooh,
of Ice
Retro is
Palace,
going into Tower of Hera. I guess he hasn't checked this out.
it
Though
seems like they're retracing each other's footsteps. Though it seems like by the time M-Chan is done with Skull, Ritual will be making his way onto Mire. So they're both going to be meeting up at Mire, it seems.
yeah, unfortunately, both Mire and Ice Palace are both dungeons that you would much rather go mode as opposed to completely clearing out.
Yeah, and M-Chan getting his King of Burna.
Well, good confirmation that that was in fact in Skullwoods.
And coffee break once again for this time it is Retro's turn.
I prefer my hot chocolate break.
Yes, I will take some water. Stay hydrated,
Oh yeah,
ladies and
we
gentlemen.
gotta stay hydrated. We don't have Stay Hydrated bot in this chat to inform us.
Oh, interesting. M-Chan going for a different method of getting the big key chest here. Instead of doing the bomb jump, using a hook shot to get up. And pull the switch here.
Get his lovely map burrito.
Yeah, I don't know why, like, just maps in video games look very much like burritos.
I remember there's this one seed I saw where pretty much every single boss, the item that was on them was the map. So the commentators were joking about how all the bosses got together, got some takeout, everyone get burritos.
Now the real question is, were they breakfast burritos or were they just, normal burritos?
An interesting question. Have to resurrect that seed and ask the bosses directly.
Seems like at this point Retro will be ahead, presumably if he goes to Mire immediately after checking the big key chest here. And he may just pick up the pendant from Moldorm.
Yeah, at this point, it's not the most annoying thing. It looks like he's decided not to.
Yeah. Because, he already got the green pendant. I personally would just go for the pendant anyways. Just kind of take it.
Yeah, as annoying as Moldorm is, you do have the hammer, so it wouldn't be as annoying as possible.
So this is the most annoying iteration.
Yeah. At this point, it's kind of hard to say either way, because you do have other checks to make. Though having to climb up Death Mountain just to get to Hera to kill Moldorm, if this is a pedestal seed, would be very annoying.
Yeah. Seems like Retro will be making the rest of his Death Mountain checks, and then hopefully going to one of 2 dungeons.
Yeah, I think Retro has more options because he has that half magic. He could go to Ice Palace or
Yeah.
Mystery Mire.
Yeah, it seems like M-Chan will have his half magic very soon. Oh, and it seems like M-Chan going in with barely any magic.
He got a couple hits.
Yeah. This fight sucks. I wouldn't say it sucks as much as, say, Moldorm, but it's just still very annoying how they coded this boss, and the red potion being useful for a change.
Red potion for the
Finally
save.
remembering that red potion does indeed exist.
There we
and
go.
Retro going for a bit of swag here. So it seems like M-Chan will be going into one of 2 dungeons, hopefully. Because those are the only dungeons they can go into at the moment. Those seem like the play.
And like I said before, I can't think of any other checks to make other than Spike Cave, I guess. We may see Retro checking that out because he's already up here.
Yeah, I'm guessing after the Turtle Rock check, just to see what medallion is on there, he's probably going to make his way over to Spike Cave since it's right there. For all we know, that's where Mirror is. Because right now, the 3 big items at the moment are indeed the Mirror, the Cane of Samaria, and the Ice Rod.
And to a lesser extent, the sword.
Oh yes, most definitely. Those are our go mode items, and it does seem like Retro will be heading to Spike Cave, dodging these Lionels.
I guess he didn't check Turtle Rock, but he may be assuming that, I 2 out of 3 chance that I have the medallion. I don't need to worry about that now.
Cross that bridge when I get there. Though it may be in the back of his mind, he may be worried about what's there. And Retro actually making a good play here on taking the damage and then switching to Cane of Burna right as he's about to die.
Ooh, Cane of Samaria.
That's the play right there. That means that he can dip into Mire without having to worry about anything. That's very nice.
That is extremely important. And poor M-Chan, he may, it looks like he's going to go to Ice.
Ooh.
So you better hope that there are some important items in Ice, because if it turns out that you can go mode Ice, then Retro will pull way ahead.
Yeah. Seems like Retro's gonna be pulled towards Mire. Though, for all we know, Ice Rod may be in Ice Palace. Fitting its name, of course. Also... Wait, I'm pretty sure Half Magic was on the...
No, Half Magic wasn't on Moth.
Maybe I'm remembering wrong.
Yeah, I forget exactly where it was, but it wasn't on Moth because Moth was a heart piece.
Ah, okay.
Samaria was on
I was in Spike Cave. So yeah, it seems like both of our runners are pulled towards certain dungeons based on their inventory. Mire can easily be full cleared and can be quickly finished with the use of silvers.
Retro doing the bird toss.
Ah, yes, the bird toss.
I approve.
This is actually going to be very nice for Retro, checking that Spike Cave. See that there is an advantage of waiting a little bit until you do certain checks. It just seems like Retro's in the right place at the right time to make that check.
Yeah, because Spike Cave is one of those locations, like Agina's Cave, that's a bit out of the way and easy to forget. And of course, if you forget it, it's always the one that screws you over.
Yeah. And oh boy, laggy room with the Stalfos.
Everyone loves laggy rooms.
Oh boy. Especially if you play the original Link's Awakening, that game's just laggy.
Yeah, but we use the lag to our advantage there. So it's good. It's the good kind of lag.
Except for when you're in the Armos maze.
That's true. Oh,
Retro
so
making this dip.
it looks like with that big key super early, this might have been a Godmire.
Yeah. Wow, just going straight to the end there. I mean, considering the fact that there's not too many checks here and that we know that Compass and Map are fire locked. Basically, the whole left half of Mire is not really required. And we know that everything else is going to be a key. So just easy go mode through Mire with that nice and quick big key find. It's going to be nice for Retro because Retro now knows that there is going to be something in Ice Palace. Unless there's the fabled double dip Turtle Rock, and there's something in Turtle Rock that we're missing.
Yeah, that's true. With the Cane of Samaria, Turtle Rock is now open to Retro. Though...
Ooh,
double
Master
dipping.
Sword.
Ooh, finally, we get our second sword. I think I would rather go Ice Palace than having to potentially double dip Turtle Rock. Because not only is getting through Turtle Rock kind of slow, but you have to climb up the mountain twice.
Yeah.
If you can save Turtle Rock to the very end, that's nice, because then you're already up the mountain for Ganon.
Yep, and our second sword is an hour and 17 minutes in.
Oh, good gosh. And M-Chan still hasn't picked up his silver arrows that we are seeing Retro just completely show us all how powerful the silver arrows are there.
Yeah, Vitreous doesn't stand a chance. And that's going to put Retro in the lead, kind of. That he has been able, because he has the Cane of Samaria, he's able to make a lot more checks. But M-Chan may be in the right dungeon with the right, to get the right items for progression here. Since Cane of Samaria, while useful, seems to have only been useful to get through Turtle Rock and just kind of... We knew that Misery Mire... We now know that Misery Mire is... There's nothing in it. Or not. Seems like... Going for some... Go mode strats and then getting the big chest. So that may be the big play here. For Retro. Oh boy, and this ice floor room with the fire bar. What a wonderful room. That is not. And he just skips the chest there, interestingly enough.
I hope he didn't forget about that chest.
Yeah, because that's an important chest there.
Maybe he's not used to entering from that direction, so he's just forgot. That could be very costly if that chest happens to be something.
Yeah. It is a pretty forgettable chest. For all we know, that actually may be the big key.
I think M-Chan may be realizing now.
I'm pretty sure that is the big key.
Yeah, it must be, because I think he doesn't have any more chests left.
He's contemplating right now. He may think there's something in Meyer.
That's too bad.
Well, as you know, there's actually...
Oh, and while we were paying attention to M-Chan, Retro picked up the book from somewhere.
I believe it was Big Chest in Misery Mire.
I see.
Then M-Chan flexing his money and buying blue potions.
You might as well, with all the money he has.
Yeah. Easy health and magic refill. So Mire into desert may be the play, who knows?
Oh, Ice Rod. Ice Rod in desert. That's useful.
That means if as soon as Retro gets the next sword, he is in go mode.
The mirror, though.
Oh, the mirror, right. Forgot about that. Yeah,
so he's a mirror away from commentator no mode, I guess.
Yeah, and as soon as he gets... Well, he's probably going to get a sword somewhere, hopefully. But he's probably going to get the sword in Iced Palace. That'll be interesting. And he's going to be going into desert to fight the Lamolas. So maybe doing an earlier Turtle Rock play, maybe it. Also, possibly locking himself out of desert if this does not pay off. Because that means he's boots locking himself from desert.
Yeah, this could be a very risky play.
Yeah, because you can technically soft lock if you do that. So it's a very risky play.
I almost wonder if what he should have done is saved right there and then checked to see what was in that chest and if it was anything important then. Or whatever, but...
Yeah.
He has chosen his fate.
And hopefully Boots is somewhere. Because now he is unable to complete Desert Palace without the boots. And I think he has both map and compass, so it may just be an item. And that item may be the mirror. Or it could be the boots.
Or it could be rupees.
Or rupees, yeah. This seed loves rupees. Considering that he has 1,500 of them.
To be fair, I think pretty much every seed likes rupees.
And it seems like M-Chan decided to question his choices and go back into Ice Palace.
Yeah,
so
this is... Sorry, go ahead.
It's not looking good for Retro here, because he needs boots now.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have risked that with...
Yeah.
I guess maybe what was going through his head is that boots isn't necessarily required, whereas there could have been an item behind that chest that he stole the key for.
Oh, and M-Chan can't... Oh, he came in with the blue potion.
Remember, he was rich. He came in with his potions.
Yeah, for a second I was like, oh, M-Chan can't finish the fight, and then I remembered, oh yeah, he has the blue potion. And with that he can just kind of play risky with the cold stare here. Who's not only one cold stare, but 3.
Now, Trinex didn't want to be the only boss with 3 of something.
And nothing in Ice Palace. So Land Mola actually may have been the item needed. Though we may see Turtle Rock make an appearance with either the boots or something else.
Yeah, what if Lamola's has... Well, can Lamola have boots on them?
Unlikely. There is a chance, but it's low.
M-Chan heading up the mountain here. Hopefully he's heading towards Spike Cave to get his Cane of Samaria.
I think he's either from Spike Cave, he's either going to go to Turtle Rock or he's going to go to Mire.
Yeah.
Either way, he's going to be making some progress.
Right, because at this point, M-Chan must be thinking, there's no other checks I can make at this point. I have to go check Spike Cave now. And I guess he can open up Turtle Rock while he's over here.
Yeah, the only thing I can hope is that Retro didn't soft lock himself or ruined his chances by having to boots lock himself.
Yeah, for all we know, Boots could be in GT. And then...
Yeah.
Then he can't do anything about that.
I'm
That
trying
would
to
be
have a
really
little bit of trouble
unfortunate.
here. I think he's going to open up Turtle Rock first, get his Spike Cave treasure that is the Cane of Samaria, and then possibly dip into...
Oh no, M-Chan. Don't save and quit out.
Oh, I think he's going to... Ooh.
That's not good. I'm very confused why he went up the mountain, because it seemed like all he did there was open up Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I think he's going into Mire. He's probably going to get his book. And then that's it. He's going to probably go to Desert. He was so close.
Yeah, honestly, that play confuses me.
Yeah,
Like,
open up Turtle Rock.
Open up Turtle Rock and then instantly leave? That seems weird that we'd go so out of his way just to open up Turtle Rock, but...
Oh, and Retro not full clearing... Or... Maybe? Oh, I think Retro realized, oh, I probably shouldn't do this yet. Or going in with a switch backwards so that after full clearing, he can just get everything. He can just go straight to Cold Stare. Actually, not a bad play.
Yeah, at this point, Retro really can't afford to leave any chest unturned because he needs those boots now.
Yeah, anything could be those boots or the mirror. Because in the really unlikely possibility that boots are on Lammola, then he would be unable to complete the seed. He's gonna check the hint. I don't think we recognize the hint here. Oh, nothing's in Paradox. That's good to know. All right.
Both our runners have already gone there, but good to know, I suppose.
Yeah, at least we know. Good to know for people who decide to do this. seed later, which is unlikely because the odds of getting the same seed as someone else who has gotten a seed before is so low.
Yeah, I wonder how many different combinations you can get.
But
But then again, you also have to factor in the fact that there's a million different modes, too.
Yeah. Also, it seems like M-Chan forgetting the hint that compass and map are fire-locked in Mire. So he's going through left side of Mire.
Or maybe he didn't pick up that hint, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, there were at least 7 different seeds. That's a good way of putting it. He definitely did. Must have just forgotten then.
Yeah. Unfortunate. But it seems like Retro is going to be making his way to the end of Ice Palace and fighting Cold Stare. Not picking up the... Oh, he is. Okay. Almost forgetting to pick up the chest here, which is a key. And he's going to find another key on Cold Stare. So either it's on Lamola or it's on Turtle Rock. Trying to get a fairy there and missing, but it's fine. Oh, Book of Medora was in the switch chest, not the big chest. So it seems like M-Chan's going to be dipping into desert now. Realizing that because he doesn't have the Cane of Samaria, it's best to just dip into desert. Now, we'll actually be able to see, hopefully, what is on Lamola. And hopefully it's not the boots. Because that is the worst outcome.
Yeah, it would just be so terrible if that happens to be the case.
Yeah, and M-Chan will be picking up his ice rod coming up here. While Retro finishes up Ice Palace. And the only dungeons he needs to complete are Desert, Swamp, and Turtle Rock. And he is going to be dipping into Turtle Rock since that's the only option he has to find the boots.
Yeah, and he has to hope and pray that the boots are in here because I think other than Turtle Rock, he doesn't have any options.
Yeah.
Maybe if he finds Mirror in here, he'll have a couple more checks.
Yeah, he'll have all of Swamp. So
then like a couple random ones like Graveyard Ledge, Cave 45.
Yeah, he's just gonna have to hope that boots are somewhere, and Mirror is just going to delay where those boots are. I feel like he's most concerned about finding those boots because he's in some form of panic mode right now.
I wouldn't say this is panic mode quite yet. I think you have to see what by the end of Turtle Rock, and then you can be in panic mode.
Yeah, because if it's not in Turtle Rock, who knows? Because another possible option is Mirror is on Lamola.
Right, and if boots aren't in Turtle Rock, then oh no, M-Chan doesn't have the big key.
Oh, so you need boots to get the big key because he got the big key. So yeah, boots are required for this seed. So Turtle Rock is the play.
Okay, well, that's good. If boots are required, then
Yeah.
at the very least, there's not going to be a soft lock scenario.
Yeah, so Retro got lucky this time because you needed the boots to get the small key to get the big key, so we had nothing to worry about, basically. So Mirror or boots has to be in Turtle Rock. That is a guarantee. And it seems
Yeah,
like...
I would
M-Chan-
say it's more likely that Mirror is here, but who knows?
Yeah. And M-Chan not having his Kana Samaria yet, not going to Spike Cave. One of those remote locations, as you said, that most people forget.
Yeah, but M-Chan has pretty much cleared out Pod, I think, except for Halmasar, so now he's
Yeah.
doing the other remote play of let's check what's on Helmassar, I guess.
Yeah, check and see what's on Sahasrarla. It seemed like for a while M-Chan had quite the lead going until just a few of those checks and Kana Samaria being the tempered.
Finally, we have another sword. It's been a while.
Yeah, that also means that no spin slashes on Ganon. You can just start slashing that sword. Mash the B button as fast as you possibly can. And if by choice they can technically do the spins on Ganon, I don't know why would you with Silvers.
If you really wanted to. Just wanted to
You're just-
push yourself.
You're just losing time. Oh boy, and then Bow Wow Room. The only time in the game where these chain chomps will ever appear, and they do 4 hearts of damage.
Yeah, these are like Bow Wow's evil cousins or something. At least
They
Bow
eat
Wow
everything.
doesn't hurt you.
He eats
Physically.
everything.
But he eats things we want him to eat.
I don't know, I need my piece of power. Anyways.
In case you couldn't tell, Link's Awakening is kind of our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far in Turtle Rock, nothing except for that sword.
Yeah. Though we know there's gonna be something in there. Ooh, and Retro making another risky play here with this chest. Taking the key to go somewhere else.
I don't know how I feel about that.
He's playing very risky with these keys.
Maybe he thinks he's behind?
Maybe. I mean, he did get the Kana Samaria pretty late. But he doesn't know that M-Chan just doesn't have it at all.
Yeah, M-Chan's gonna get it even later.
Yeah. Hopefully there's a key in this big chest here. Or there's just a key in the other chest. That's also an option that is beneficial. Okay, there's a key in there, so we can't soft lock.
That's good, at least.
But he is
Come on,
skipping that
Retro,
one
stop
chest.
almost soft locking. Giving your commentators headaches.
Yes, and no boots, so he can't just bonk into that and break it open.
You missed. There you go. Retro a little bit annoyed at that heart piece there in that chest.
Yeah, honestly, anything that isn't the mirror or boots is a bit annoying. And then time for worst room in the game.
Yeah, especially with such low hearts. The thing he has the hook shot there, but
Yeah, because you're basically guaranteed to take damage most of the time.
oh man, just has a sliver left. Oh, but he has a
Yeah.
blue potion. That's good.
Yeah,
All
good
right,
backup.
Chan, we are sending you good vibes. Go
Yes,
check
please.
Spike Cave.
Check Spike Cave and then go to Turtle Rock, and you're basically caught up. Aside from Meyer, but he can easily check that.
Yeah, and if Mirror happens to be in here, then he won't even need to pick up the book that's in Meyer.
He already has the book, that's why he was in Desert.
Oh, that's true. He was in Desert.
Seems like that one chest that he skipped may have been our fabled mirror or boots.
There's still Trinex, though. It could be on him.
Oh yeah, it could be on Trinax. M-Chan finally picking up his Kana Samaria in Spike Cave.
Finally. He's gonna be kicking himself after seeing this, though, because he could have gotten this a while ago.
I'm prepared to see those sword splashes. Though you could see when he's like, you could see that slow menu to save and quit.
Yeah, so he may be going straight to Meyer then.
Yeah,
Which, under the circumstances, I don't blame him.
yeah, just kind of finish up the dungeons that you can instead of dipping into Turtle Rock. So if Trinex doesn't have anything good, that means it's that one chest that he skipped.
Yeah, and he's gonna have to go all the way back for it.
Yeah, and that's not fun. Not getting the quick kill on Trinex here, but getting a kind of quick kill.
And a heart container.
Yep,
Nothing good. He's gonna
have
have to go back and get that chest.
Yeah, because that's guaranteed to have something.
Well,
Oh,
I guess
well,
I
actually,
haven't
there's
been
the
paying
tablet.
attention to our 5-6 crystals. Do we have
Yeah.
them yet?
I think that may be. I think actually no. Swamp is 5-6.
That's true. I was going to say the Pyramid Fairy may be in play, but you are right. Swamp is one of them.
Yeah, so it's either this chest or it's the ether tablet.
Oh, right. We didn't check the
Yeah,
tablet
we have
yet.
book. Yeah, we have book now, so we can check ether tablet. So
Or
that
we could
is-
check Pedestal.
Oh yeah, we can check pedestal. What if
Pedestal
this
is
was a
still an
pedestal?
option.
Actually,
And
pedestal is an option. They can finish every single pendant dungeon. And boots could be on ped.
or Mirror.
Or mirror. Yeah, that is possible.
Wouldn't that be something?
This is scary.
Hey. Now I'm kind of hoping that this chest doesn't have anything.
Yeah, it seems like they've both been playing the seed pretty well. Aside from, of course, the missing of the Cancel Mario on M-Chan's part.
Bombs. That is not a mirror, and that is not boots.
That leaves us with two options.
Oh man, could this in fact be a pedestal seed?
Well, it looked like it wasn't a pedestal seed since they're so close. It could be.
Oh, I think Retro's going to check.
Oh yeah, I think he's gonna check.
I think at this point you have to.
Yeah, because checking ether
Or
tablet
not.
is. Oh,
Yeah, I guess he's not checking.
interesting. Because what else? What other play would you make? Oh wait, did he check purple chest?
One of them did.
Oh, maybe. Well, no, he can't check bumper cape because no cape. Who knows?
I'm pretty sure one of them checked purple chest. I
Yeah,
think
know
it
M-Chan
was
did.
M-Chan.
And I think it was a bottle.
Yeah, it wasn't anything useful.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's so our options here. It's either Ether tablet or PED. And
Wow,
right
it's
now,
amazing that it's come down to this.
yeah, it seems like Retro is just grasping at straws right now. Just hoping.
As are us commentators.
Yeah. A part of me hopes it's PED, but that also means that it's gonna be overestimate if it's PED.
But
'Cause there's
wouldn't
tons
that
of-
be something? Alright, he's
Yeah.
back in Kakariko, so is he gonna check pedestal?
I think he's gonna check it. I think he's gonna make that play.
Yes, he has hammer there. So I think he is going to go check ped.
I think he's gonna just check it because he's like, oh, why not? I'm pretty sure my opponent is dumbfounded as well. What at first seemed to have been just a normal seed was actually that of insanity.
Alright, let us see. And on the pedestal is the boots.
Oh my, it's a pedestal seed.
Oh no.
So actually, what's good for Retro is he did complete pod. Well, he has the big key, but he needs the small key. Because what he did is he took a small key from the back of Desert, which he needed to go to fight Lamolas.
Yeah, so there was a small key on the pillar, whatever, in Desert, and you
torch.
need a small key to get the big key. So I think you need boots no matter what.
Yeah. And presumably, or well, it seems like right now Retro's just gonna check Ether, see if Mirror is on Ether tablet, and then make his way through Hera.
Yeah, I guess we might as well go kill Moldorm right now on the way
Yep.
to the tablet.
That play that I mentioned earlier. Hey, maybe they should fight Moldorm just in case.
Well,
They didn't. Well, they couldn't listen to me, but they didn't listen to me. Sometimes my wacky plays are what get you wins. Who knows? Because both of them had the opportunity to fight Armos, and both of them had the opportunity to fight Moldorm. Oh, and MChan's going to be checking Ether Tablet before going to Turtle Rock. Let's see what's in there. Is it the mirror?
nope, just bombs. It's
Yep,
blue, but not quite the blue thing we need.
So that means possibly Landmolas have the mirror.
Yeah, it's a possibility. It could also just be in one of the pendant dungeons, too.
Yeah, because I think Eastern's been full cleared and Hera's been full cleared at this point. So I think both of the bosses don't have anything. It's interesting how this came to this. We weren't even under the impression that this would be a PED seed. And Moldorm being Moldorm.
Thanks,
a wonderful
Moldorm.
boss. Hey, I mean, he's not this bad in Link's Awakening. But when you first fight this guy with the fighter sword, and he takes a ton of hits, and he's all over the place, and he knocks you off frequently, it's not fun. So it seems like...
Oh, he's not checking the tablet.
I'm guessing he's just assuming there's nothing on the tablet. Now
yeah,
he's
but
gonna go...
he's going to Eastern.
I don't think he ever went to Eastern. Like, I don't think he checked Eastern at all.
Yeah, that might have been M-Chan. I know one of them did.
Yeah, M-Chan went to Eastern. It's very interesting seeing how handicapped they were for most of the seed. Not having much of a sword for a while. No mirror, no boots. I guess the only mobility that they gained was the flute. Very interesting outcomes coming from the seed.
Yeah, this has definitely been an interesting seed. So I think
Yeah,
you are.
feel it.
I think you are right though that all these pendant dungeons have been full cleared.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Mir is on Lamola's. Also, M-Chan doesn't know that Ped has boots. So maybe it's no mode technically if we are under the assumption that Mir is on Lamola's, which I'm pretty sure it has to be.
Yeah, I can't think of what. Oh, there is one possible thing it could be. Lanmo could have shovel.
Oh yeah, he could have shovel and then dig up the mirror.
A very dirty mirror.
Why couldn't they just use their hands?
No,
They have gauntlets. Just put some stones in there and snap it into existence.
not allowed.
It's Zelda. Just put the Triforce that's on your left hand in there. Should work.
Maybe only the Triforce of Power can do that.
Maybe.
The
Considering-
Triforce of Wisdom tells you to just go get go buy a shovel.
Yeah, so I'm guessing I mean the Triforce of Power in Zelda lore is the most useful in terms of getting things done. Because it actually like does stuff.
Well,
As
I guess
opposed-
you could use the Triforce of Power, you turn into like Pig Ganon, and then I'm sure a pig could dig it up.
Yeah, that does work as well. Actually, the Pendant of Power, or the red pendant, you do technically have that, so you have some sort of essence of the Triforce of Power, kind of, in there.
This is what this seed has reduced us to. Talking about digging up things with the Pendant of Power.
Or you could freeze up the ground with the ice rod,
Or make it harder to dig.
and then just hit it with your hammer, and then break it.
Hey, here's the moment. Let's get those boots.
I'm waiting for some sword slashes on that Master Sword pedestal.
What are those? The boots. Now we can
Boots.
finally, after an hour and 50 minutes, we can finally go fast.
Finally. Getting a bonk in there for good measure, just pulling
Take out
that.
your aggression.
Yeah. Finally. Desert Palace. I think it's nice, but also kind of sad going through Swamp Palace Go mode.
I think at this point, Retro's like, you know what, I'll take it.
Yeah. Interesting how the 5-6 dungeons just didn't have a purpose. The only options are shovel and mirror.
Yeah, it can't even be, because this isn't a 5-6 crystal, so you can get pyramid off of this.
Yeah.
This stupid key.
It's
Well, I
interesting.
guess earlier we were talking about how wouldn't it be funny if the big key of Ganon's tower was on the torch. So I guess this just extrapolates from that.
Yeah. Hey, boots are on pedestal. Have fun. Hey, maybe Ganon's tower will be nice. Who knows?
We'll see. We'll probably be in tile room, knowing this seed.
Oh boy, tile room. And I'm the only person crazy enough to check tile room first.
You are a crazy, crazy man.
It's fine. It works. I'm having a little bit of trouble with these switches here.
Who
He's
gets
gonna be
it?
finding Trinex, realizing that there's nothing on him, and that he's going to have to check the pedestal. And how defeating that will be.
Yeah, because I don't think Enchan has anything else either, because he's done his run through desert, so...
Yeah. And he never took the risk of getting the big key, so he's gonna have to go all the way through. Well, I mean, Mchan still needs his boots, which he doesn't have yet. Also, Silver's on Landmola is fun. Just one-shot him. Very, very nice.
Yeah, unless we've really misunderstood the logic of... Oh, and there's our mirror
Yep.
on Landmo. Unless we've really misunderstood the logic of desert, it seems like you needed a small key in order to get
The big key.
the big key. And the small key was on the torch, so you needed boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, so boots were required. It was just Retro did it in a potentially soft-locking manner, so he was lucky that boots were actually required.
Yeah, and with that, Retro is in go mode.
At 1 hour, 56 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think we're meeting estimate.
Not the runner's fault here.
Yeah, a lot, like,
I feel like this is one of those seeds that just kind of like just takes the rug out from under you. Just like you're expecting it to be a normal seed, and it plays out like a normal seed, and then it just like it's like, oh yeah, by the way, this is a pedestal seed. As soon as you go into desert,
Yeah, not only was it a pedestal seed, it was you pretty much have to check literally everything else before you realize it's a pedestal seed.
yeah, and it's not like you can easily access the pedestal either.
Yeah, because book was so late too.
Yeah, and you can't use mirror out of Skullwoods, nor can you like just dash over there quickly. No, you had to slowly walk the normal way over to pedestal. M-Chan getting his pendant in Tower of Hera, realizing how awful that realization was after fighting Trinex. There's no boots.
There's no boots. Where are my boots? Oh, wait. Apparently, they've been sealed away by the ancient goddesses or something.
I feel like the only thing he's hoping now is Mirror is on pedestal, but it's not. Because then he can at least get the rest of the crystals done. And then just finish on desert. So I will give this seed credit. You rarely see Turtle Rock done 2 dungeons, well, no, like 4 dungeons before the end.
Retro pausing for a second.
Yeah,
Like, what am I supposed to be doing here?
just kind of taking a quick think around just to remember what go mode is for this dungeon. Because believe it or not, you don't need anything aside from the hook shot to beat this dungeon.
And the mirror to get into
And
it.
the mirror, yeah. But once you're in, you're in. Just need that hook shot and you can pretty quickly go mode it.
So I guess a small measure of sympathy for M-Chan is that he did already get the green pendant from Pod, so at the very least he doesn't have to go back there.
Yeah, they both made the play to just go through Pod early on. I'm guessing M-Chan's just assuming it's a ped seed. And not even checking.
At this point, you have to. M-Chan has checked
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah, the only thing he... Did he check green pendant?
He checked green pendant, yep.
Okay.
And he checked the tablet too. So
Okay, yeah, so it literally is the only option. So he just knew after trying next to its ped. And Retro going for some fire rod strats to kill off Argus and get the last crystal.
finally, we can go up to Ganon's tower.
How fun. Alright.
Shall we be speed gaming and do the where will the boss key of Ganon's tower appear game?
Sure. I'm gonna say 10.
10. I'll say 3. I want it to be on the torch.
Yeah, as much as I would like it to be on the torch, I want it to be a little mean.
Haven't these runners suffered enough?
No,
So mean.
it's fine. Also, M-Chan not getting the silvers is going to make this Armos fight slower. So he's gonna have to do the Yeol any percent strat here. Well, normal speedrun strat.
Still very
Not
clean
just
though.
80%. Yep. Getting his burrito.
I wonder, will M-Chan go and get the silvers before climbing up to Ganon's tower?
I mean, maybe. He may just go with what he has, with the tempered, since he has that. Because if he only had Master Sword at this point, I'm pretty sure he would get silvers.
Yeah. And anyway, at this point, M-Chan must feel behind. So you may not
Yeah.
want to waste the time to get silvers.
I mean, Retro may also feel like he's behind considering this seed.
The seed was ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
all
it's
of-
not like the absolute worst seed I've ever seen, but still. Yep, M-Chan making his way to the pedestal.
Yep. Not having to check it. Ooh, interesting. Retro not checking the right 2 chests.
So that's 1.
Not the torch, but that is a key, so that's nice to have.
Here he is. Here's M-Chan blind pulling. Because he knows something has to be on here.
I
And the
wonder how
boots.
mad he's going to be. Almost saving and quitting.
That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess.
So we were all wrong, but it's still a good. It's actually.
6,
6.
7.
Come on.
What did you
Also, that's-
say? 11?
10.
10.
Also interesting how he doesn't go all the way through the left side into the right. He's just going straight right.
I think these are, what, Dark Magician strats or something? Where
Yeah.
you go left like that and then bail out and go right.
Yeah, it's an interesting setup because they both take forever, no matter what you do.
Being awake at a decent hour, not allowed.
Not allowed. Having to deal with these Gibdos. Not fun enemies.
It's almost 2:30 a.m. where I am. Oh, here's
Oh,
some
boy.
red mail. That's
Hey,
what,
red
7,
mail.
8, 9, 10?
10. No. Yeah, I mean, red mail is good to have, I guess. Makes it so you're unlikely to die. Now we just need to get the butter sword, and we're basically decked except for the shields. Oh yeah, also got a level 2 shield. We may actually encounter having a maxed out setup here in terms of items. Maybe not heart pieces. Oh boy, not the magic bee though.
Not the magic bee, but hey, still a bee.
Yeah.
Gotta take what you can get.
Chan finishing up Desert Palace. Getting his mirror. Retro having some creative Kingdom Samaria strats that I haven't really seen here. I've seen most people use the hook shot here.
Yeah, whatever works.
Definitely doing some interesting strats here I haven't seen. More money, of course. Can't go wrong with money.
Alright, random room.
Yeah, honestly, the most satisfying room in the game. Just seeing that wall explode.
11, 12, 13, there's our cape. 14, there's our bug net.
Oh
I think we're
boy.
filling out everything here.
Yeah, we just need Bombos and the shovel. Then we filled out the entire inventory. Oh, and then one more bottle, of course. And then mirror shield. So 4 more items to fill out the inventory. Taking the damage boost there. It may actually be in the back half here. Oh no, Bob.
That was what, 15?
Yeah. Gonna have to fight the Armos here. And that's gonna be our big key. Unless it's tile room. A part of me wants it to be tile room. But I'm pretty sure it's not.
16, shovel, 17, 18. Alright, it was 17.
Alright, so no tile room.
No tile room. Well,
So
these runners have suffered enough. At least they don't have to run out with the shovel now and go do something with that.
yeah, no shenanigans with that.
Now they just have one hole in their inventory.
Yeah. Bombos.
Looks like M-Chain made it to Swamp.
Yep. Though imagine if they what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, they had to fight Aga. This is an Aga required seed.
Oh no.
Just make this seed even better.
The marathon organizers would have cut us off by now if it were also an Aga seed.
Oh yeah. We are about to hit overestimate in just a few minutes. Oh,
No one expects
interesting.
the PED seeds.
interesting strat here where Retro did a fall to get iframes that just dash straight through the rest of the dungeon here. Just
I'm disappointed he did not use his bug net to catch some fairies.
oh yeah, and now time for the gauntlet. Everyone's favorite part, especially when you don't have bombos. Nemchen's making his way through Go Mode Swamp Palace. There's not really much to say about the gauntlet here, aside from if you have bombos, it's quick.
And if you don't, it's not.
Yeah, because even if it's slower to use bombos, it's just better just not have to care about it and just mash that Y button. And then Retro having a very clean Lamola's fight there. While Mchan is fighting Argus. In this random room that you wonder why everyone would just dash through it anyways, why? That's like most of these rooms, like why place all these enemies here? They're gonna dash through it anyways.
Sure, it made sense to someone.
Yeah, with that, Mchen has all of his crystals as he's gonna be heading to GT. Very long seed here. They're still playing it very well.
That is true. And both of our runners probably were not expecting a pedestal seed here.
Yeah, I feel like no one was until seeing boots be required at the last minute. Because that's not something you prepare for. You don't prepare for a pedestal seed like that. And now back to our good friend Moldorm that we thought we could dodge earlier.
Reasonable today.
Yeah. Let's see what's in the validation chest.
A bomb. Or it is being bombed.
Doesn't matter. He's like, I don't care. I feel like Retro thinks he's behind based on the way he's playing.
I feel like that bomb on the validation chest just represents the feelings towards this seed.
Oh yeah. I feel like one of the big factors between the lead change was the obtaining of the Cane of Samaria. Because what made such a big difference is that with the Cane of Samaria being right there, Retro was just able to finish Meyer really quickly and go straight into Turtle Rock immediately. And then, of course, that early clearing of Pod also helped. And a clean Aghanim fight there.
Yeah, I think that's ultimately what doomed Mchan here, was not going to Spike Cave quickly enough.
Yeah. Unfortunate. And
Alright,
Mchan's gonna be picking
finally, we face Ganon.
Ah, yes, and oh boy, his poetry, how poetic.
So thankfully we have our bacon sword here to help us out.
the bacon sword infused with bacon and fire itself. Which you'd wonder, why is gold stronger than it? And since both butter and gold are very weak metals.
Yes. Butter, the best of all metals.
Yeah, and even if you were to assume that it was theoretically made out of gold, it's still very flimsy.
Retro has to be a little careful here. He's pretty low on heart, but he's using the cape to his advantage. So.
Oh, yeah, he also doesn't have that potion. He didn't buy any potions.
I think he did, but he used it.
Yeah, he didn't have multiple bottles at that point.
We did find the arrows in the light world.
Oh, and it seems like he's just going in, not even gonna go for the, or barely not getting the torch glitch. Gonna have to be very conservative with the magic here, though getting the double.
All right.
Oh, and
here we
finishing
go.
up.
Everyone, GG's
GG.
to our lovely Retro here, because my goodness, that was quite the seed.
Yeah, started off a bit rough with things crashing, but ultimately came back with that can of Samaria and finished at a 2:15:40, or I think it was a little earlier than that with a 2:15:38. Just a bit above estimate. A fun seed, well, quote-unquote fun seed to say the least. I think maybe my favorite part was the 21 arrows in Hype Cave. The odds of getting that is so low. Hello.
Hello.
GG's.
Thank you.
So,
What did you think about those boots?
Not very nice things.
yeah, we were
But-
initially worried because we thought, oh no, is he going to soft lock himself with using the key like that? And then it's like, oh, boots are actually required. And then, oh wait, boots can't be anywhere else but pedestal.
Yeah. Space was literally last location, so what can you do?
Yeah, because...
Oh, where? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. One of the big reasons why you won was because of the fact that you got Can of Samaria so much earlier than M-Chan did.
Yeah, they never tend to check the spy cave until it's like their last location, I've noticed. Or one of their
Yeah.
last locations.
Yeah, though M-Chan isn't too far behind. He's in his gauntlet of Ganon's Tower, so a couple
Right.
minutes behind.
Oh, but he doesn't have any arrows, so he's probably gonna have to pick some up.
Oh god. He doesn't like go into the water to the pond of happiness. He's gonna go like all the way around, so that's one shop at like the back end of the dark world.
Oh.
Yeah, so Estimate's gonna be even more, no, it's gonna be even further behind than the estimate already is.
Yeah, you barely missed estimate with your run.
Yeah, by 40 seconds according to my timer.
Yeah, it was a surprise seeing, like, midway through, like, what seemed like the end when you're going through desert. It was like, alright, cool. Seed's almost done. And then just, like, the rug is just pulled out from under you guys. And it's like, oh, wait, you need boots. Oh, wait, they're on pedestal.
Yeah, we were debating, or we were thinking, you know, it would be awful if Lanmo had the shovel instead of the mirror directly. Go on another fetch quest.
Or isn't just like those boots locations like the bonk rocks?
Oh, we didn't even
Oh,
think
yeah.
about that. It could have been.
Yeah. Just have all of these boots located. The seed was quote unquote fun.
It was an adventure. I've actually not. Funny thing though, M-Chan just the other day he actually got a pedestal seed while practicing, and then he sent it to me. So and then we got this, which is also a pedestal seed. So I'm like, what are the odds of that?
Oh yeah.
M-Chan is clearly cursed to have pedestal seats.
Yeah.
I just think it's interesting. This is literally my second time commentating A Link to the Past rando race, and hooray, pedestal seed. I'm 1 out of 2 for pedestal seeds that I've commented, I guess.
Yeah, so what do you think was the worst part of this seed?
Other than boots.
Maybe green pendants, because I'm like, okay, green pendants, cool, it's there. It's in a very helpful position. Let's see what it gets me, and it's just arrows.
Hey, but at the end of the day, that play was worth it.
Yeah. Did M-Chan make the green pendant play early?
He did too.
He double dipped Pod because he thought there may have been something on Helmasaur.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then he had to double dip Meyer because he didn't get the cane of Samaria. And it was an adventure.
Yeah, it was really sad because he climbed up the mountain, opened up Turtle Rock, and then left. I was like, no, just go to Spike Cave, it's right there.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Has my stream really been this choppy the entire time?
It wasn't
actually-
at the beginning. It was, but after a while, it smoothed out.
Yeah, it's been pretty smooth the majority of the time.
Alright, that's good because OBS has not been cooperating recently.
As OBS does.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, OBS.
I think figured a full reinstall would help, it didn't.
Yeah, and M-Chan will be getting arrow. Oh wait, no, he doesn't need arrows because he doesn't have silvers because he never picked up the silvers, so he's good.
What?
gonna be-
Yeah, he saw the silvers in the race game and then didn't pick them up.
Dude. Oh, so I guess we both had did something similar. What I was planning to do initially was, yeah, because I also skipped them initially. But what I was planning to do was get mirror, then come around, do a loop, and then mirror it when I'm at the digging game, and then do it then. But that didn't
That's
happen.
what I said. I was like, I was guessing. I'm like, all right, the play that they're gonna both make is they're gonna wait until digging game with the mirror, and then mirror right in front of the race game, and then get it there. But like M-Chan opened the save and quit menu, closed it a few times, and he's like, maybe, and then committed to not getting them.
Yeah, we were at the beginning just like, is he doing it? I guess not. Is he? Well, maybe. No. Yes. No. No.
I personally wouldn't pass up early silvers like that.
Yeah, would have been. In retrospect, it was a bad idea considering we already had the bow as well.
Yeah, just make everything easy on yourself.
I'm sure he had his reasons. He might have been thinking the same as you. Oh, during digging game, I'll just go over and get it then, and then it'll be quick. But
Oh boy, the time found for Pegasus boots being 1:48.
oh, don't you know it?
And then sword being a half an hour in. But that's only the fighter sword. And only
Yeah.
would the next sword be found an hour and 16 minutes in by M-Chan in Ice Palace.
Yeah, this seed was not generous with its swords, at least at the beginning.
I've actually had an even worse seed where the entire time we used to do the entire thing, fighter sword only, We look for the other
Oh.
sword. The next sword is in a pendant dungeon we didn't even have to dip into, which was Ice Palace. It was at
Oh boy.
and of all places, it was at like the vanilla big key chest. So it's like go all the way there to get your next sword.
Oh god.
So yeah, like everyone did like find a sword GC, only to be greeted with that.
There we
was
go. M-Chan has defeated Ganon. We can put the seed to bed. It is done.
Finally. It's
Time to give it
over.
to my friends.
Yeah, just say nothing. Just give it to them.
Yeah.
And MJN finishes with I didn't see the time.
I think it was
Hello.
2:25. I think it was
It's
2:25.
225. Give or
Oh
take.
no,
225.
somebody is echoing.
Give or
Oh
take,
no,
yeah.
somebody is
Hello.
echoing.
Welcome.
M-Chan, do you have the stream up or something?
Welcome.
M-Chan, do you have the
well,
stream up
no,
or something?
No, it's Discord audio.
How do you feel about the Pegasus boots?
Yeah, I got no words.
How long did you how long did you check pedestal in? Like when did you check with the book?
I don't remember, but it was after I checked everything that I could check.
Okay, yeah, so basically the same as me.
Yeah, what motivated you to get the Cane of Samaria when you got it?
Where was it?
It was in
Spike
Spike
Cave.
Cave.
Oh, it was in Spike Cave. Oh, when I had half magic and a way to actually explore Spike Cave, which was Cane of Burna, I knew that I had like just enough to get into Spike Cave to see what was in there.
Yeah.
The idea is if I have either 14 hearts or more, or Cane of Burna and half magic, then I go in there to see what's in there.
Yeah. Good idea. Yeah, because one of the things that really held you back was waiting on that Cane of Samaria there. And of course, double dipping Meyer.
Yeah.
But you still played this gauntlet of a seed that looked like a normal seed until boots, and then took the rug out from under you and was like, oh yeah, by the way, this is a ped seed now. And you only know that after Turtle Rock.
Yeah, well, I was hoping that I knew that I didn't check everything in one of the pendant dungeons, so I had to go back to one of those dungeons to see what the one item that I missed was, and then when I didn't find, and then when the one item that I did miss was not the item that I needed, I knew I needed to just see what was in the pedestal, because that was the last thing I needed to check.
Yeah, either way, GG's. What's the...
It was a very, very special seed.
Sorry, guys, for the rough run that I had on my end.
I mean,
It was
either way, you
rough
still
all
played-
around.
Yeah, you played well.
Was actually a planner who created and he still lost because he forgot what he placed everywhere.
I promise I will make up the 10 minutes that we were overestimate on the other two runs that I have later on tomorrow.
Alright, you better get sub 120. Hundo.
And get world record on NSLU Deluxe.
Yep. There you go, easy. But also Bop Siga is easy.
I will try.
And the sprint shoe sleeps again forever.
Yeah.
Same
Same.
here.
I
It
gotta
is
wake up
almost 3 a.m.
I have to wake up early tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Meanwhile, on my end, it's evening.
Alright.
Alright, well.
Alright. Enjoy the rest of the marathon, everybody.
Yep.
See you later, everyone.
Yep. See you tomorrow for me commentating M-Chan again.
Yay. Same here.